Good morning, IronFXers. My name is Álvaro Marinho. I'm here from IronFX headquarters in the beautiful island of Cyprus. Hope you had an excellent weekend. Today, not a big day in the markets, but let's go through the main events and also take a look on what's going to happen this week. The big Friday is this week, the day of non-farm payrolls in the United States. So let's go for it. The US indexes broke weekly losing streak. The major US stock markets managed to close the previous week in positive territory, ending a 7-week selling streak for investors. The gains tend to highlight investors' appetite for riskier assets and the possible re-examination of the current general economic circumstances. Some analysts suggest that the latest economic data from the US could be pointing to a weaker economic growth, which may have contributed to the recent sell-off of the USD. For example, in the past week, economic releases like the new home sales and the GDP for the second quarter estimation displayed figures that were lower compared to both of the previous periods and analyst projections. These figures may have impacted the strength of the US dollar, which according to the dollar index sent the greenback lower, pardon me for my voice, lower compared to both the previous periods and analyst projections. These figures may have impacted the strength of the USD, which, according to the dollar index, sent the greenback for the second consecutive week falling. The weakness of the greenback can have multiple effects of our investment choices, and one of them perhaps being a turn to stocks, and traders may need to make adjustments moving forward. The Kiwi has been moving higher since the 13th of May and is currently aiming the resistance level 1 of 0.6570. A very notable support level formed in the past week has been the support of 0.6450 and could become a target if the sellers want to dominate the scene. At the moment, the RSI indicator is running across the 70 level, implying the bullish run may not be over yet. If the buying persists, then we may also see the resistance 2 level on 66.45 coming into play. The energy market, well, like I spoke with you on last Friday, the energy market is still on the rise. It appreciated past week with all three, the WTI, the Brent, and the natural gas prices being on the rise. In the past days, the G7 countries called on OPEC and its allies to act responsibly by increasing oil output in order to ease a global energy crunch. At the same time, the G7 announced a breakthrough commitment to phase out coal-fueled power. Energy prices are currently giving a hard time to many economies of the world as they have spiked inflationary pressures, creating unfavorable economic circumstances and worries to many consumers. So far, the OPEC plus group led by Saudi Arabia have rejected Western calls of higher oil production, even as the pandemic seems to have subsided and demand for oil increased tremendously. Yet, as more low-income households are under pressure with higher good prices, it may be a responsibility for these oil-producing nations to support the global economy at this extremely difficult and uncertain stage. Natural gas prices seem so far to have stabilized currently, running just above the support level of 8.725. If buying orders flood the market, we could see a move towards the 9 level. In the past week, natural gas tested both 9.2 and 9.42 barrier, forming a new multi-year high. In our view, the commodity may be stabilizing now, moving within the level of 9 and 8.35 in a sideways motion for sure. Monday, today we're going to have some releases. The first one recently was in Switzerland. The KOF indicator was expected a figure of 102.3 versus the previous one of 101.7. It came worse than expected on the level of 96.8. USD, Swiss franc was on the back foot on Friday and ended the week lower, losing the most ground among the major forex pairs during the sell side. During the European morning, also get the May final consumer confidence figure from the Eurozone. It just was released 4 minutes ago. I don't have the figures right now, but it's an interesting data to see also. The figures to be like a minus 21.1. That was the expectations. Let's see how it comes. And then the European afternoon, we get the preliminary German inflation data for May, which are of significant importance to the euro. okay, can create a lot of volatility on the euro dollar. That advanced it further on Friday, and this morning was going up again, the euro against the dollar. The euro lose only against NZD last week during the early morning of the European CySEC. The cable GBP/USD seems to be ahead of the race among the major FX pairs. Other highlights of today, I will be pay my attention on the meetings that today and tomorrow are going to be held at the European Council. This meeting is very, very, very important, as leaders will discuss a new package of sanctions to Russia, and also what European Union and the European Council going to do to tackle this high dependence of the Russian energy. We have some voices that are not agreed totally in just stop buying energy to Russia. Others, they don't want to mix the politics with this energy, with the war, like Mr. Orban from Hungary is against that Europe can cut immediately the purchase of energy to Russia. Let's see how it goes. I understand Orban. I understand their position. Some countries are literally 100% dependable on the energy coming from Russia, and they don't have any alternatives. So it's going to be complicated. It's time to maybe some countries to ask for something else in order to agree in this cut of the dependence of the energy from Russia. This energy issue is affecting also the inflation, as you all know. This week and this summit, we're going to say a lot about how our life, especially those that living here in Europe, going to be in the next few months. And this week also, there is a most important day of each month. The first Friday of each month, we're going to have the no-farm payroll figures from the United States. The economy of the United States, all the traders around the world, they pay a lot of attention to these figures. And to be honest with you, it's the most volatile day, or one of the most volatile days of the month is the first Friday of each month. So get ready, make your calculations, open your accounts, deposit your funds, and start to think of what strategy, a trading strategy we're going to use on the no-farm payroll. Okay. Also, Bank of Canada this Wednesday takes good volatility, also good opportunities. Pay attention on that also. And for this week, guys, that's all. Now a short period of Q&A. If you have any question to do, please go ahead. Okay. Looks no. All right, folks. See you one of these days. Tomorrow, Peter will be back, our guru, IronFX all over the world. Thank you very much for watching us. We continue. Don't leave the place. We continue right now with our colleagues. Okay? There we go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Antonio, and welcome to IronFX Live TV. Today, we will be talking about the different trading aspects, the areas in which we can trade, and the types of analysis that can be beneficial to potential traders. Now, obviously, trading is complicated, but it can be very simple. It's been around since the late 1800s, so it's nothing new. Stock markets have been around for a very long time now. And the idea is to be able to give access to the normal people like you and me in order to trade, to take advantage of these opportunities that happen in the daily markets, and most importantly, to be able to have a potential profit on them. That is the general idea. Now, having said that, there are two major types of analysis that traders usually implement. One is known as technical analysis, and the other is known as fundamental analysis. What is the difference? The difference is that one is looking at the charts and understanding past movements, and the other is using geopolitical events and live announcements to determine the direction of an asset. I'll give you an example. When it comes to technical analysis, there's a lot of tools that can be used, whether that's indicators, support and resistance levels, Bollinger Bands, Ichimoku clouds. There's a lot, and it's been going on since the 70s. Now, in the 70s and 80s, technical analysis was always the rage because that was where technology was at that point. Nowadays, technical analysis is used more of a backup, let's say, to concur what is going on around the world. That is where fundamental analysis comes in. Fundamental analysis is a staple in the sense of, in this day and age when information is being shared so easily, so fast, whether it's through social media, through emails, through Instagram, Telegram groups, you name it, information is readily available. Of course, you got to know what information to use and when to use it. And of course, that's where the brokerage comes in. That is part of our job in order to relay the market research to the clients so they can understand the potential opportunities and, of course, take advantage, trade, and become profitable. Now, following from that, I'll give you an example of what fundamental analysis entails. Now, the USA is the world's largest manufacturer of corn, okay? Now, obviously, producing and selling corn is simple demand and supply. If there is less demand and more supply, the prices tend to go down, and vice versa. If there is less supply and more demand, the prices tend to rise. Now, about 3 to 4 years ago, maybe a little bit more, there was a severe drought in America. What do I mean by that? It didn't rain as much as they expected it to, as much as they had forecasted it to rain. Having said that, after the season finished, they did not produce as much corn, yield as much corn as they expected to. Now, here's a question. What connection does corn, sweet corn, and the petrol that we put in our car have? Some of you might know, some of you might not. I'll explain. Once corn is produced and we take away the corn and we sell it to be eaten, the stem of the corn plant is actually used to produce methane gas. Methane gas is then mixed with crude oil in order to make petrol or gasoline, depending on where you are in the world, how you say it, for our cars. So right now, I'm sure everybody sees that the price of petrol for our cars has risen exponentially. That is because of the war. Okay, that's fundamental analysis. Going back to our example, because it didn't rain as much, they didn't produce enough corn. Not enough corn was produced, so the price of corn went up. Because less corn was produced, less methane was produced, so the price of methane also went up. Because that went up, the price of petrol also went up. So fundamental analysis is how one thing can create a ripple effect in the markets, whether it's through different assets or whether it's something that happens straight away, which is taking me back to the war right now between Russia and Ukraine. As tragic as it is, and we do hope it finishes quite soon, let's say, for the sake of all people and the world economy, we have seen that prices in energy commodities like gold, natural gas, crude oil, Brent oil, they have all risen. Obviously, this is something that happens in times of war, and this is fundamental analysis. Where does that tie into the trading? So all the clients have got a verified account, funded account. Obviously, trading, it all depends how much money you've got in your account. To put it in simple terms, the more equity you have, the less risk you can expose yourself to, the larger volumes you can trade, and hence the larger profits. Keep in mind that the financial industry does move over $3 trillion a day. Yep, trillion with a T. So, of course, there's a lot of money to go around, but things need to be done correctly with patience and discipline. That is the only way someone could have the best fighting chance to trade successfully. Now, of course, fundamental analysis is just not war and what's going on around the world, but also live announcements that come out from each government, from governmental bodies. Things like the NFP, the non-farm payroll, which basically tells us the unemployment statistics in the USA for the last month, excluding the farming sector. So if that announcement comes out positive, that means more jobs were created over the last month. More people are going to get paid. There's a influx of dollar in the economy. People will also pay their taxes, and that is known as a positive sign for the economy. Now, as soon as that announcement comes out, within that second and the next 10, 15 minutes, that creates volatility on correlated assets. So the NFP, which is for the US market, will affect the dollar and everything that's correlated with it, like the euro, the yen, or gold. This provides you, the trader, an opportunity to trade on 3 to 5 assets simultaneously for the very, very short term. A lot of VIP traders follow this strategy, as there is about 70 major events across the board throughout the whole world, whether it's Asia, America, Europe, and others as well. Now, that is the analysis side of things. How do you get your information in order to trade? That's where it comes from. We have providers that provide all the market research to you. And of course, we have ourselves that will help you to understand that information, how to use a risk management in order for you to protect yourself, and of course, to be successful when it comes to trading. Now, trading does entail a lot of avenues, let's say. There's a myriad of assets across the board in very different industries as well. So the best way I would like to explain it to you is consider a 5-lane highway, okay? Whereas the left lane, if you're driving on the right-hand side, that's the example we're going to be using now. So the left lane is the slowest lane, and then the right lane is the fastest, okay? Now, the first lane, when you're driving in a very reasonable speed limit, 50 to 70, let's say, that's your forex lane, right? Forex means foreign exchange, the euro against the dollar, the pound against the yen, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of traffic, let's say, in that avenue, volatility as we would say it, but it's very slow, so it doesn't yield. You're not going to get to where you want to go as fast as you would like to. So that's the first lane. Now, the second lane right next to that is commodities. So gold, oil, natural gas, silver, palladium, corn, coffee, cocoa, right? There's a lot of commodities. Now, the good thing about commodities is that it creates a lot of volatility on assets like gold and oil and natural gas, especially when we have fundamental analysis playing a part like you do right now. So that gives you a better yield. You get more speed, let's say, right? Moving along into your third lane, you're looking at stocks, your traditional stocks like Tesla and Amazon, Google, Yahoo, you name it. Now, when it comes to stocks, the good thing about trading on stocks is it's more safer for the long term, right? Companies like Amazon and Google and Tesla, they don't show any signs of regression. So a lot of traders, based on the market research and the technical analysis and the fundamental, they tend to go for a long-term position to hold. Now, of course, this could also have a short-term benefit for the trader, as 4 times a year, all these public companies release their earnings reports. What is an earnings report? All these companies are obliged by law to provide a report with how much they estimated to make over the last quarter and what they actually did make. These are known as earnings reports. They are available to the public, and as soon as they're out, traders have the opportunity to trade. So if Amazon, which did brilliantly over the last few years as everyone was at home ordering, and they still are, so when Amazon releases a report and say that we were expecting to make $20 per share increase, but they actually made $30 per share increase, what do you think that falls in the spectrum? Would you think that the price of Amazon would drop, or will it rise? I'll give you a hint. It would rise because they made more than they expected to. Okay? So that's your third lane, which is your traditional stocks. The fourth lane is indices. An index, every country has an index. The USA has a few. Basically, an index is a group of companies, a basket of companies from that country. In the UK, it's the FTSE 100. In France, it's the CAC 40. In Japan, it's the Nikkei. And of course, in America, like I said, we have a few. We have the S&P 500, which holds the 500 biggest companies in the USA, the Fortune 500 companies that you hear about. Then you have the Dow Jones 30, which has the 30 biggest companies in America, whether that's insurance, construction, so on and so forth. And then you have the Russell 2000, which is the lower level index for smaller cap companies in America, which has 2,000 companies in. And of course, one of the biggest ones is the NASDAQ 100, which holds 100 technology sector related companies in it. Now, the NASDAQ is one of the biggest indices that has been reaching higher highs over the last 2 to 3 years since the pandemic started. It was on rise, but it exponentially rose over the last few years. Why? Because it's technology. And I'm sure, as you know and I know, that technology is not going anywhere. I mean, 100 years ago, World War I was just finishing up, right? That had just finished, and we had just invented the radar, or technology was moving along. Forward to today, we've got smartphones, we've got very, very small TVs, we've got webcams, microphones, you name it. And I'm sure you know that it's not going to stop, right? Apple will be releasing a new phone in a few months. Samsung will release a new phone as well, whether it's TVs, whether it's chipsets. Tesla, Amazon, Google, all these technology companies will only grow and grow. As a result, we have seen an exponential rise in the NASDAQ over the last few years. Having said that, we have also seen a very big market correction on the NASDAQ of around 4,000 points over the last 2-3 months. That, of course, is due to the war, due to the change of presidency as well in America, as this president has different agenda compared to the last one. Good or bad, it will show. We're just saying what that effect holds in the market. So as a result, the NASDAQ had a market correction. However, if you take a look at the NASDAQ on the chart over the monthly or even the weekly, you will see that the NASDAQ is designed to always go up. And every single time there's a massive market correction, it could be large, it could be small, sooner or later the NASDAQ reaches to higher highs. This is not me saying that. This is, of course, fact, which you can see looking at the chart of the NASDAQ, and is, of course, backed by Trading Central, which is our signal provider and one of the best in the world. Having said that, another reason why the NASDAQ is designed this way is very simple. The NASDAQ has 100 technology companies in the basket. Now, in order for a company to stay in the NASDAQ and be able to enjoy the benefits as well of being in the NASDAQ, it needs to show a certain percentage of growth every year. Okay? What happens if a company does not meet this growth requisite. It's very simple. The NASDAQ kicks them out of the NASDAQ. It goes to the Russell 2000, which I mentioned before, finds a technology company that did achieve the growth percentage required, and puts them in the NASDAQ. Because of that, the NASDAQ is always designed to have an upward movement because it's based on technology. So for the time being, unless someone presses the big red button and the world blows up and we don't have internet anymore, then the NASDAQ is not going anywhere. Again, this is all information that can be relayed to you with the articles, with the analysts saying it, both technically, and fundamentally as well. So that is the major fourth lane. And of course, the NASDAQ is one of the biggest movers, let's say. But of course, every country has its own index. And if you're British, you might be interested in the FTSE 100, depending on how Barclays and HSBC and other UK companies perform. If you're in Germany, you might want the DAX, which is the German index, which is one of the most powerful in Europe, which includes companies like Adidas and Allianz Insurance and Bayer, the pharmaceutical company, amongst others. So that's your fourth lane. Your fifth and final lane, which has the most speed, but also the most accidents as well, let's say, is the Autobahn. It's crypto. It's all about cryptocurrency. Very fast moving, very expensive. So you got to have a really, really good car to drive that lane, as it were, but can be also very, very profitable. Now, the beautiful thing is, when we're trading and we're talking about trading, you're not actually physically purchasing the asset, whether it's the forex, whether it's Euro, USD, gold, Tesla, NASDAQ, and Bitcoin. You are not physically purchasing the asset. You do not own the asset. What we're doing is we're trading CFDs, which is a contract for difference, which means that you could potentially generate a profit either direction. So if you go and physically buy an ounce of gold or physically buy a Bitcoin and the price drops, you're losing money. That's not really what you want to achieve. Whereas trading, opening a position as a buy or a sell, can generate you a profit regardless of the direction. Now, the safest way to trade is by having good market research, as we could offer you from Trading Central, having someone who can explain to you how the markets work, which we absolutely do and we enjoy doing, and most importantly, someone to teach you about risk management and overexposure. And that's the next thing that I'd like to talk about briefly. Now, a lot of people sign up to trading and they think that, oh, I'll start off with a small amount of money, 500, 1,000, and I will grow that. Unfortunately, trading doesn't work that way. Remember the 5 lanes we talked about? They all have tolls. So whether you want to go into the 4th lane, which is index or crypto, you need to pay a toll. What do I mean by that? The margin necessary to trade on the higher profitable assets costs more. It's like going to a restaurant and the most expensive thing on the menu is the steak, right? And the cheapest thing on the menu is French fries. So depending on what you can afford is what you can eat. It's the same thing with trading as well. Why? Some people can afford to start off with a higher amount. Some people can afford to start off lower. It's always subjective, and we always help clients reach their goals according to their level. Okay? Now, the most important thing with trading is understanding always where you stand. And I'll give you an example. Let's say, for example, a client starts to trade with a balance of 10,000, which is very, very reasonable to start, as 10,000 gives you the opportunity to be able to afford to trade on all 5 avenues, from forex to commodities to stocks, to indices, and finally crypto as well. Now, what does a risk management do and how can it help you? One of the most commonly used strategies, not only by VIP traders, but smaller level as well, is known as the 20-10 rule, What do I mean by that? So client starts trading with 10,000. When you decide to trade, whether it's going to be on the NASDAQ or on Bitcoin or on Tesla, Amazon, gold, whatever it may be, whatever the information and the market research relay to you will suggest what to trade on, you will always have to use risk management. And this is where the 20-10 rule comes in. So you got 10,000 in your account. You will never, ever expose more than 20%. 20% of 10,000 is, of course, 2,000. So that's what you're going to use to trade, whether it's to use on one trade or split that over a few trades, depending on what, again, the fundamental and technical analysis suggests on the day, whether it's short-term or whether it's long-term. Now, from that 2,000 that you will be using, you're going to put a stop loss or risk management at 10% of that. So 10%, 2,000 is 200. So worst case scenario, worst thing you can think, your biggest nightmare, the maximum you will lose is 200 out of the total 10,000. Okay? 200 is the absolute maximum you stand to lose. Now, to make, potentially you can target to make anywhere from 300, 500, 700, 1,000, depending on what the asset is. So that depends, of course, on you, on where you want to set your take profits and whether you want to be a short-term or long-term trader. So you always know where you stand. So the potential to make a profit is always there. The risk is always there, but you manage your risk. So you always know where you stand, what you could lose, what you can gain. $3 trillion a day means there's a lot of money to go around, but things need to be done correctly. That's why we're here. I hope you've understood a little bit more when it comes to trading, which avenues you can tackle and what it can give you back, not only from education point, knowing what's going on around the world, but most importantly, targeting to make a potential profit. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and we will be taking questions through our support team as well, and hope we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emily. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to another walkthrough of our website. Today, I want us to go through the IronFX School option, which I truly believe that it will be very helpful for all of you. Excuse me. Thank you very much. So, as you can see here, this is our home page, and here we have the option of IronFX School. As you see, we have loads of different options right here. First, I want us to go through our newest additions, which is webinars and podcasts. So as you can see here, we have the live forex webinars, and it's free. You're not going to pay anything. And if you scroll down, you'll be able to see which webinar is best for you. So first we have the beginner, intermediate trader, expert trader, and also if you want, you can watch them all. Here you can find all of the available webinars. You can choose the language that you want them, English, Spanish, Portuguese. Then we scroll down to our educators. And it is very, very easy for you to sign up for a webinar. You just have to click on register. You just put your details and you are ready to go. Then we move on to podcasts. Here you can see that these podcasts are very educational for all of our clients. They're made from our education and research team. If you click on more here, you can see the available platforms for the podcast. You have Spotify, Amazon Music, Deezer, Google Podcast, Podcast Addict, and RSS feed. And also, if you want, you can watch our previous episodes where you can find right here. Moving on, we go to the economic calendar. So you see here that it's real-time financial events and indicators. For you who you don't know what is an economic calendar, you have the explanation right here. You also have the explanation of what are economic indicators. And scrolling down, you'll see the timetable. You have the events. You have today, tomorrow, this week, and next week. Basically, you have all of the information right here. Also, you have the top 8 economic indicators for Forex trading. First, we have the gross domestic product, then the non-farm payroll, NFP, unemployment rate, inflation, consumer confidence, central banks, retail sales, industrial production index, and that's it when it comes to the economic calendar. Moving on, we have the financial news. So here you can find an insight of the financial news. You can stay updated when it comes to the latest Forex trading news and also expert technical analysis. You can see here, you just click on read more. Also here you have an explanation of what is technical analysis for you that you don't know and that you're new to this. So as you can see here, technical analysis is based on 3 general underlying assumptions. You have the market discounts everything, price moves in trends, and history tends to repeat itself. Then you see the option right here, which is technical analysis in online trading. You scroll down. And also here you see our research team. Moving on, we are going to Forex trading strategy. So here again, you have an explanation of what is a Forex strategy. You have the basics over here. You have the thoughts on Forex strategies. And then here you have steps to a successful Forex trading strategy. You have choose a market, set a time frame, identify risks, improve your trading strategy. Then we go on to what is Forex. As I said, I truly believe that a broker should have this option for their clients, even if you have experience, even if you don't have any experience, because at the end of the day, knowledge is power. And we truly believe that we need to invest into the education of our clients. We need to provide to our clients something more than a platform and a customer support, because every broker has that at the end of the day. So I truly believe that having the IronFX school will help and is already helping a lot of our clients. So here you see what is Forex. Here you have a full explanation of what is Forex, how does Forex trading work, the Forex market. You have the buy and sell currencies. Why trade Forex with IronFX? the benefits of forex trading. Here you have the round clock trading, leverage, currency pairs, and low costs. Then we move on to the trading for newbies. So this is for our new clients, for you that you don't have any experience. But as I already said, it doesn't matter if you don't have any experience. This could even help experienced traders. So I would suggest you giving a look at it, because you could learn something that you don't know, or something that you thought you already knew. So here we have learn how to start trading forex as a beginner with IronFX. Then we move on to start trading forex in 5 easy steps. So first we have select the currency pair. Then we have develop a strategy. You need a strategy when it comes to trading. You just can't go with by eyes when it comes to trading. Then you will learn how to analyze the market. Then we have the buy or sell, the orders, and that's it when it comes to it. But as I said, when you start looking at the website, you'll get a better understanding, and also you will have your own dedicated account manager that even if you read something on the website and you still don't understand what you're seeing on what you're reading, you'll be able to communicate with them and they'll be able to guide you through the experience. Then we move on to trading for professionals. Learn all about trading as a professional with IronFX. Here you see what it takes to be a professional trader, basics of trading, more advanced basics, benefits of educational trading for professionals with IronFX. And that's it when it comes to our professionals. Then we move on to trading videos. These are extremely helpful. So here you have educational and informative videos for trading. You have market outlook, looking at the charts, IronFX minute, week ahead, daily key points, and how-to videos. I would say if you are a beginner, start with the how-to videos. They're extremely helpful. And then you just navigate through here between the pages. Moving on, we have the glossary. So basically here, what you can do is that you can select a letter from the alphabet. Like let's go with B, for example. And here you have keywords when it comes to trading, like bear, a trader who believes that the price of an asset will fall. Then let's choose T. Then you have here the tick, is a measure of the minimum upward or downward movement in the price of a security. You can choose whichever you want. This is extremely helpful. This will help you a lot. I know it sounds like preschool, but at the end of the day, when you don't know something, you need to start from the beginning. You need to take baby steps in order to achieve something. And this is the best way for doing it at the end of the day. So we move on to the last option, which is introduction to forex. So this one is the best option for experienced and unexperienced traders. Here you have every explanation of what means forex, of what is a forex market. And then you see here what is forex. Here you have the explanation of what forex means. Then you see over here who trades forex, because I'm sure that most of you who don't have any experience, you didn't know, for example, that banks are also trading. So you see here governments and central banks, banks and other financial institutions, corporations, investors, speculators, and tourists. Because even if you go to a different country, when you are changing the currency from an example, from Europe to the British pound, you're still trading. It's it's a trade you're doing. Then you have here currencies. So you see here the currency of the US is the US dollar. In Eurozone, we have the euro, which is shared among 19 of the 28 EU member states. The UK has the pound, and Japan, the yen, and etc. The International Organization for Standardization, has determined standard abbreviations for currencies. So how are currencies traded? You see here everything that you need to know. And also something extremely cool that IronFX has, and it will help a lot of you, I'm sure. And it's very fun. So you click here on download the full ebook. So we do have an ebook, and it's free of charge. You're not going to pay for anything. So here you have Introduction to Forex. Approximately, I think you just need around 30 to 40 minutes if you're gonna read it carefully. If you have experience, you'll need most probably like 10 minutes to read it. So the first page here, we see what is Forex. Then we move on to who trades Forex again. You have basically everything that the website has and a little bit more. It's with more explanation. It's with more detail for you to understand. For example, here you have the currency pairs. You have the major currency pairs. You have the cross-currency pairs or minor currency pairs. And you have the exotic currency pairs. Then again, here we have the trading Forex, the evolution of Forex trading. We move on to retail Forex trading. And then we have what are CFDs. CFDs is contract for difference. So basically, you see the explanation of it. This is very important. I do believe that you should pay attention to it. Let's read it together. So a contract for difference, CFD, is a financial instrument that allows market participants to invest in an asset without actually owning the asset. So, for example, if you are investing on oil, you're not actually buying the oil. You're speculating on the price of the oil. So CFDs are derivatives that allow traders to take advantages, both prices going up and prices moving down on underlying financial instruments, and are often used to speculate in those markets. The CFD is a contract between two parties, the investor, which is you, buyer of the contract, and the broker, which in this case is IronFX, seller of the contract. It states that the seller will pay the buyer the difference between the current value of the underlying asset and its value at contract time, which means closing of the position. If the difference is negative, the buyer pays the seller. It's extremely simple. And here you have margin and leverage. Moving on to the trading sizes. You have the mini lot and micro lot. You have the pip and the pip value. What is a pip? A pip is the smallest amount of change in a currency pair. For currency pairs displayed in 4 decimal places, a pip equals a change of 0.001 yen. Crosses are displayed in only 2 decimal places, and 1 pip in these crosses equals 0.01. Then you have the fractional pip, for example. Moving on, we have the types of orders. You have the market order. What is a market order? Let's read it together. It is an order to buy or sell immediately at the current market price. You push a button and you enter a short or a long position immediately. Exiting the position with the button push at current price is also a market order. So here you have the pending orders to enter. You have buy stop, sell stop, buy limit, and sell limit. Then you have the types of orders. So you have the stop loss, take profit, trailing stop. Here you have bid, ask, and spread. Again, extremely important if you are a new trader. You should pay attention to this here. You have the swap. Here you have more key definitions, which is very helpful again. You have a couple of indicators to watch. And this one over here, high risk trading warning. So this is extremely important if you don't have any experience, if you don't know that there is always risk involved when it comes to trading. So you need to read the disclaimer. And as you see here, our services include products that are traded on margin and carry a risk of losing all your initial deposit. Before deciding on trading on margin products, you should consider your investment objectives, risk tolerance, and your level of experience on these products. As I said again, you're not going to be alone when it comes to this. One of our dedicated account managers will contact you and they will go through with you everything that has to do with trading. So you shouldn't panic. Even if you don't have experience, you should give it a try. It's something that will for sure open your eyes when it comes to the market. And who knows, maybe you will be successful. You'll never know. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me once again. If you have any questions or if you feel that the IronFX school is not enough, as I said last time, you can always contact our support team by emailing us, or you can just click over here and this is our live chat support, which is extremely helpful. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much once again. And I'll see you very, very soon. Have a good one.
Hello, traders. So my name is Nicolina. Hello again. I am again with you to this live session in order to answer together some of the most frequently asked questions, what traders ask our support department and what potential clients are about to know before they start their trading experience with us. So today we're gonna answer together some FAQs. Here is the FAQ page of our portal, of our website. So in order to have access to our FAQs, you just tap here, IronFX, tap on FAQs, and you will find yourself in this site. So, do you have questions about online trading? How can we help you? Here we have answers for your most frequently asked questions concerning account opening issues, client funding issues, how to fund your account, deposit methods, etc., trading issues, and trading platform issues. First of all, we're going to select together a topic to talk. Today, we're going to talk about account opening. You just tap here, view the articles. So, some of your most frequently asked questions is, how long does it take to open a live account? What proof of address document is required? How do I change the leverage of my account? Do I need to download any software before I start trading? What is the difference between HTTP, ECN, and real accounts? Can I trade micro lots with a deposit of over $10,000? I forgot the password to my client portal. What should I do? How do I open an additional account? I have two accounts and I made a deposit to the wrong account. How can I transfer the funds to my different account? So, coming again to the first question, how long does it take to open a live account? The procedure is very simple. You just click ironfx.com on Google or Safari, whatever you use, and you just tap on the register button. The procedure of account opening is easy and fast and takes less than 1 minute. Moving on, what proof of address document is required? I know that many of you may have issues, especially when you live to somebody else's house, for example, your parents' house, or you're a student, or you still live with somebody else and somebody else pays for your bills. It's very simple. No worries about that. You can easily upload a bank statement. For example, we require a recent utility bill, water or electricity bill. No problem if you don't have this on your name. You can upload a recent bank statement dated within the last 6 months. Please note that we are not accepting online statements and mobile phone bills. So the bank statement that you're about to upload needs to be an official paper from your bank, and your name, your home address, and the date should be indicated on the paper. Next is, how do I change the leverage on my account? This is, again, a very easy procedure. You just go to, sign in on your account, tap on the trading requests, and then tap on leverage. You can change the leverage on your account via the client portal, as I said before, by clicking on actions next to the account you wish to amend. This button can be found on the Overview tab under My Account. Your account should not have any open positions to change the leverage. Of course, if you have any small issues or do you require any further assistance according to this, you can always tap on this red button over there, start the chat, and ask one of our support agents to assist you with this procedure. Next, we have, do I need to download any software before I start trading? You need to download one of our MT4 trading platforms or start trading through the MT4 web trader via your browser. The MT4 application can be found on our website. You just connect on ironfx.com, you put your email address and your registered password, and then you click on MT4 platforms and you download the MT4 platform that is suitable based on the device that you use for trading. It can be a computer, it can be a laptop, an Android, an iPhone, an iPad, whatever. So, one of the most important questions is what is the difference between STP, ECN, and real accounts? Most of the potential clients just ask many times our support department or our back office department what is the best account for them to open in order to have a successful trading procedure. So let's see. Real accounts have instant execution that involves the use of requotes, while STP ECN accounts have market execution with no requotes. Moreover, this is a difference in spreads because of a different liquidity provider. Can I trade micro lots with a deposit of over $10K? Yes, you can trade micro lots under our micro STP ECN accounts. As I said before, you need to know the differences between real accounts and STP ECN accounts before you start any trading procedure or you open positions on your MT4. One of the most common issues is, I forgot the password to my client portal. What shall I do? No panic here. This is not the end of the world. You just tap on the portal. You just open the portal and click on forgot password, like you do for every website that you visit and it comes to forget your password. It's normal. We are human beings. So you tap on forgot password and you reset your password. Enter your email address in order to reset your password, of course. How do I open an additional account? Many of our clients, the existing clients, the traders, make most frequently a big mistake. Once they want to open an additional account, they just tap on the register button again, and they open a new profile. They are using a different email address and they open an additional profile. This is wrong, traders. How do I open an additional account? You just log in on your existing profile. As I said before, ironfx.com, email, password, and then you land on your existing portal and you just tap on click on my accounts, then new account, and follow further instructions. You can see it on your portal. There is a huge button, open new account. You just tap on it, and then the procedure is so simple. And last but not least, I have two accounts and I make a deposit to the wrong account. How can I transfer the funds to my different account? Again, here, many of you panic when they deposit to the wrong account. This is not the end of the world, traders. You can just tap on the internal transfer button and make a transaction, a very quickly internal transfer between your two additional accounts under the same profile. Internal transfers can be made via the client portal. Click on transactions, then internal transfers. Choose the respective accounts and the amounts, then press submit. Please note that the balance has to match on the from account. For example, you made a deposit of, let's say, 1,000 euros to the wrong account. You just tap on internal transfers, and within seconds, your money will be transferred to the correct account, and then you will be eligible to start trading on the specific account. This is the most FAQs for account opening. Let's move on to client funding. Client funding. In my opinion, this is one of the most important things in trading, how to fund your account, because with no money on your account, you cannot start your adventure with us. Client funding. So, what are the different payment methods I can use to fund my account? Payments and funding authorization is 100% automatic, and our client portal allows deposits and withdrawals using a simple, easy-to-use single interface. Please see the list of available account funding methods. This is very simple, guys, and very important. You just connect on your account. You just tap on login, connect on your portal. Then you have two big buttons, deposit and withdrawals. If you click on both buttons, you can see how many different methods for each country are offered in order to fund your account or withdraw your benefits. How deposit funds into my trading account? Again, this is the same procedure. You just tap on the deposit button and then select the method you wish to use in order to fund your account. Which currencies can I use to deposit funds into my trading account? The currencies in which you can deposit depends on the payment method you chose. Main currencies which are covered are these ones. Deposits in different currencies will be converted into the base currency of your trading account at the prevailing rate at the given time. For example, many of you guys may live in a foreign country that you don't use euro as base currency, and you have just opened a trading account in euro because you want to start trading in euros. This is not the end of the world. You can just deposit in another currency, for example, dollars. And then as soon as we receive the deposit, the money will be converted directly into euros, so you can start trading using euro currency. Can I withdraw funds when I have open positions? You can withdraw funds if you have open positions on your platform. Please note that your free margin must exceed the amount specified in the withdrawal instruction, including all payment charges. You will not be able to make a request if you have insufficient funds. Better, in my opinion, before requesting a withdrawal, make a talk with your account manager or the support department just to make sure that you have the exact amount requested for a withdrawal. You just need to check your free margin as it says here, and you need to check, of course, your open positions. What are the relevant fees per payment method? We do not charge any fees for deposits. However, your respective banks or payment providers might charge you additional fees. In general, in our company, we don't charge our clients for deposits or withdrawals, but before make a deposit or request a withdrawal from our side, it's better to contact your payment provider in order to see how much they're gonna charge you about this request, this procedure. Why have you changed my MT4 account on the withdrawal? You have withdrawn more than the amount I had requested. The extra amount that was removed is part of the not withdrawable trading bonus that you have received. Whenever you make a withdrawal, a proportion of the trading bonus is removed relative to the amount you deposited and requested a withdrawal. For example, guys, the bonuses we offer, the bonuses are the 20% iron bonus, 40% power bonus, and 100% sharing bonus are only offered for trading. It means that the bonus cannot be withdrawn and cannot be transferable between two accounts. For example, if you request an internal transfer and you have bonus on the account, the bonus will not be transferred. You just need to request again on the account that you will make the internal transfer if they can add the bonus. Or of course, when you withdraw your money, our company, our funding department specifically, will withdraw the bonus from your account. It means that the bonus cannot be withdrawn. It's only offered to you for trading. How can I withdraw my profits? This is very simple. You can use, if you check on the withdrawal options, you will see Skrill or Neteller, that are the e-wallets that we offer, and Bankwire. For bigger amounts over 300 euros, dollars, whatever currency you use, you can use the Bankwire. For profits less than 300 or smaller amounts, you can use Skrill or Neteller. Do you charge a fee for no trading? Yes, the company reserves the right to apply a 3% no trading fee when a trader has deposited and requested to withdraw funds without ever entering one trade. It means that if you deposit and after a while you withdraw without trading, the company will charge you a small amount of 3% fee. These were the most asked questions according client funding, considering our funding department. Next, we have trading questions. For example, we're gonna see what are the trading hours. The price on the chart is different from the price appearing on my trading terminal. Why? My order was stop out. Why? I am getting requotes. What does this mean? And so on and so forth. We're gonna see it now very, very briefly. What are the trading hours? You can trade 24 hours a day, starting at midnight Monday and closing at 11 Friday server time. Please note that the server time is this one. You should always check the server time before logging in on your MT4 and open your positions. This is very, very important, guys. The price on the chart is different from the price appearing on my trading terminal. Let's see the reason why. The charts show the bid price by default. You open a buy position with the ask price and close it with the bid price. You have to add the spread on the bid price to find the ask price. Therefore, the difference in price is due to the spreads. The spreads are always based on the account type that you will use. For example, if you use a live floating spread, the spreads are floating, so it depends on the market. They depend on the market volatility. If it's live fixed spread, then this is another story. It's better to contact your account managers before opening positions. My order was stop out. Let's see why. Your order will be stop out when the margin level, equity used margin of your trading account, goes below 20%. This will trigger a stop out and your positions will start closing, starting from the most unprofitable. In general, guys, the stop out button, the stop out procedure is to always save your capital. For example, if the system notices that you're losing money on your trading, the stop out is automatically on. So the positions will close up to a specific price in order not to lose your capital. I am getting quotes. What does it mean? The requote statement usually pops up to inform traders that the execution price has changed and allows traders to decide whether they wish to accept the new price. The advertised price, affected by high market volatility, can change in a split second, and we need to offer you the latest market price. In such an event, you can either accept the new requoting or reject the new price and cancel the execution of the transaction. Another possible reason for getting requotes could be a bad internet connection, which can delay the transmission of orders. In this situation, you will see old prices instead of current market prices. Next, we have, does the company offer negative balance protection? Of course, in general, in IronFX, you cannot go negative, you cannot have minus capital. The company offer a negative balance protection, and you are not obliged to pay more than that. For example, if you go negative, automatically the trades stop at 0. My pending order was deleted. Why? Let's see. Your pending order will be deleted from the system if the free margin is not enough to cover the margin required for opening the specific order. Same goes with withdrawal, guys. The same thing. You should always check your free margin on the platform before request the withdrawal, before opening positions, and before placing orders on the platform. Can I cancel an instant order request? If you place an instant order, it might not always be possible to cancel it if our trading server has already received your request. In this case, your platform will also give you a warning. Closing of this window will not guarantee the order canceling. Let's see now what is the lowest volume you can trade. Please note that the minimum trading volume of a trade is 0.01 lots. This is the minimum volume. This is the minimum, the lowest volume you can trade with. 0.01 lot. Why is your spread so high on Euro USD, Great Britain USD? Please note that we are using fractional pips, precising for the client to benefit from rounding. Instead of 4 decimal places, we use 5, and therefore the 10 pips mark you see is 1.0 pip. And the last question, according trading is, do you support trailing stops and expert advisors? Our platform supports such functionalities. Please be aware that trading operations using additional functions on your client terminals, such as trailing stop or expert advisor, are executed completely under your responsibility, as they depend directly on your trading terminal. In general, we believe in education, we believe in support. Of course, many of you are beginners, so we offer you support and expert advisors. This expert advisor can be through our trading signals that we provide, through your account manager advices. The account manager is only here to advise. He has not the right to touch your money. He has not the right to tell you exactly what to do. He just give you advices, and then it's up to you if you want to bear them in mind or what. Trading. Now, let's move on to trading platform. Our trading platform is MT4, as we saw from before. We have some questions here as well. Sometimes when I am trying to place an order, I got an error message. Trade context is busy. How this can be solved? Let's see together. Restart your MetaTrader 4 terminal by closing it and launching it again. Sometimes you just need to restart the program or clear your cookies. Or simple as that, use another browser. After installing MT4 on my Mac, the system blocked application because it came from a unknown developer or similar. What shall I do? Apple has changed the security settings to allow installations from the App Store only. To fix it, please go to System Preferences, Security and Privacy. On the General tab, click the little lock in the lower left corner to unlock the General Preference panel. Then select the Anywhere option from the menu. And generally, people who use MacBooks have some difficulties, small issues only, to download the MT4. You just can follow this procedure, or simple as that, use another device. You can use an iPad or even your iPhone or Android. I forgot my MT4 password. What shall I do? This is the most asked questions by traders. You just go on your portal and then you click, after you log in, of course, you click on reset password and then you reset your password from the portal. How do I change my MT4 password? Let's see. To change your MT4 password, please log into your MT4 platform, click on Tools, then Options, click on Change next to the Password tab. Please enter your current password and enter a new one. Then click OK. If you have difficulties on this, you can easily contact our support department and they will help you further with this. Last question. How can I change my password on Android iPhone? Because most of you want to trade easily just with their phone. They don't carry their laptops with them. It's very easy to trade on your phone. So to change the password on your Android iPhone, please click on the Settings tab, then click on Accounts. On the bottom right corner, you see a key icon, and please click on it. You will see a pop-up window to change your password. So, these were the most frequently asked questions. Guys, if you need something less boring than reading, or if you don't understand something about that, you can always, as I said before many times, contact our support department, or better, check our video tutorials. We have uploaded some video tutorials with the most frequently asked questions, the issues that new traders have. For example, FAQs on how to deposit, how to download the MT4, and how to open an additional account. You just click there, and you will see a video how to do it very quickly and efficiently. So that was all from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed our FAQ procedure with me. Now I'm going to end this live. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all a pleasant day and good luck with your trades.